moves it into the 4. Over the right side to Chapman. Chapman hands it off to Harrison Curley, the hero so far for QV with 4 threes. He dished it inside. Another jump ball and another tie-up. This time getting in the way, Liam Avon getting in that lane and earning the arrow the other way.
How about this stat, Matt? Knock has not been to the free throw line, but has 16 points in the paint, so Quake Valley doing a really good job of not fouling in those situations. But
that's a great point. Not a lot of fouls in that first half. Fading away, Derek Lane can't come up with it. Lane's playing in his 100th Knock basketball game. Just 2 shy of the record. Bank off the window and in.
Washington just pushing the ball all the way to the paint, to the restricted area, and he gets that one to go. Beautiful floater, Zach Washington.
Of course, the restricted area shown by the University of Pittsburgh floor here.
Knock back into that flex action, trying to screen the screener action and see if they can get a guy open.
Finucane left side. Pulls it out as DeFelice. He hit a 3 late in the half. Cut this deficit to 1. They trail 22-19 now. Thought about the 3 to DeFelice, but he moved it around the horn one more time. Finucane drives, and Finucane's on the scorecard with a layup off the right hand.
Finucane probing it, initially cut off, and then did a great job of finishing.
Curley denied. Leon Avon said, "Get that out of here." And it's out of bounds off a knock. Quaker Valley, or out of bounds off of Quaker Valley. So it will be Knox basketball, so they get the block and the ball.
I initially thought he signaled Quaker Valley ball, right?
Yeah, it got everybody to jump up in arms about it. They correct it.
Quaker Valley man-to-man. Another flare screen.
And a moving screen. Legal screen on the Knights. Going to be charged to Liam Avon.
That's called Revlon. A little makeup, Matt. Maybe.
Might have been.
Makeup call, I don't know.
First foul on the Knights of this third quarter. Chapman for QV, bouncing inside to Johnson. Johnson threw it right into the hands, intercepted by DeFelice, but DeFelice lost it just himself. Chapman took it away, led it ahead to Washington. Washington hands it to Cohen. Cohen back to Washington, who stands with it at the pit logo.
Great poise. Washington, very, very poised. Senior leadership.
Washington spins, foul line extended, lost the ball. Derek Lang, right place, right time to get it. Moved it ahead to DeFelice. Vince back outside. Thought about a 3, did Finucane, but he hands it off to Lang. He says, "I got the 3. No, it misses. It rims out. Colton Johnson the board.
Clean look for Lang, just couldn't knock it down. Feet set.
Cohen down low. Johnson back outside. Deep 3 for Cohen. And he drains it. 3-pointer, 72 on the year for Nicholas Cohen, the sophomore.
Great range. Buried that one from NBA range, Matt.
Way downtown. Vince DeFelice outside Finucane, who drives, ball fake, into the rack. 2 more for Tegan Finucane.
Great set as they refused the ball screen, threw it back, and Finucane maybe starting to heat up a little bit.
QV leads 25-23, 3:45 to go here in the third. Driving left side, Chapman. Handed it off to Johnson. Right side block. Back outside, they go with it to Nick Cohen. Cohen, he wants another one. Heat check off the front of the rim, no good. Liam Avon. Avon leads it to Vince DeFelice, who runs the baseline up and fouled. The ball spins out. And 2 shots pending for Vinny DeFelice, the 6'3 senior, who's a 77% free throw shooter for the Knights.
That was a broken play, but a great hit ahead by Knock as they ran right to the corner and then right to the rim. As Quaker Valley a little late getting back in transition.
DeFelice takes a big, deep breath, sends his first and splashes it in. 25-24. 3:28 to go in the third.
Lefties, I feel lefties have a little bit of an advantage shooting the basketball.
Do you?
That's a great looking free throw right there for Vinny DeFelice.
Second one as good as the first.
No
We're
jinx.
tied.
No.
No.
Thought maybe I jinxed them, Matt.
Well,
no.
You're not an announcer, you're a coach, right?
That's true. There you go.
And a foul on the other end, and we're tied at 25. I cannot tell you, Greg, how many times, even in this specific season, that I've said he hasn't missed a free throw tonight, and the next one, without fail, has been.
I did it to Alexis Bordas, Duquesne Women's. Said she's the greatest free throw shooter I've ever seen. She went 1 for 3.
It happens. Oh, there is some real contact away from the ball. Falling down was Colton Johnson. No call. Loose basketball taken away. Vinny DeFelice one more time. Over to the right side. Lay it up for Roman DeFelice. That's bro to bro for 2.
Matt, Knock has switched to a trapping 1-3-1, and then they kind of distorted into a 2-3. And I don't know if QV was ready for that, but Mike Mastriani with a quick timeout.
Timeout on the floor with 2:49 to go in the third. Knock 27, Quaker Valley 25, and the 4A title game. And biggest lead has been 6. Greg, this is as good as it gets. Back and forth, and both teams, you know how close this one is, where neither team is allowing the other to pull away by 2 or 4 before they're calling the timeout.
The heavyweight fight, the jab, feel you out, see what you're going to throw. And I think, in basketball, it's the runs. It's a game of runs. And it's who will have the last run maybe that'll win this one. But it's been a heavyweight fight thus far. See if Knox stays in that 2-3, or they go to the 1-3-1 and they trap it. Maybe Coach Lafko was holding on to this until he needed it, and they're right back in that. They're right back in that matchup, and they are face guarding Cohen and face guarding Curley. Looks like maybe like a broken triangle in 2, Matt.
I like it. Chapman with it. He'll drive. Double teamed. Put the ball on the floor. Got it over to the left side. It was denied. Getting in the way and blocking that one was Avon one more time. Roman DeFelice back the other way, and it's fouled on the floor before the shot.
They got Curley.
Curley is the guy, guilty party.
Coach Lafko with a little, looks like a muddle huddle out of bounds.
Both teams with 2 fouls. Inbound play perfectly executed on the pass, but Avon can't connect on the bucket. And the board goes to QV. They trail 27-25, back inside. Too much on it the first time. Put back in by Colton Johnson, who has 6.
That's what Colton Johnson does. Goes and gets it off the rim. Offensive rebounds. We said it before. Great play there.
Tied at 27 one more time. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Derek Lang. Lang to his left. And Vinny DeFelice. DeFelice to Finucane. Finucane drives right in front and through Zach Washington, and a foul is called. The foul was not called on Washington or Finucane, but it was inevitably end up calling on Colton Johnson.
Physicality of Colton Johnson, always a play into his strength.
Johnson's first foul. They go down low. Avon right side, right hand.
Too deep. Caught it so deep that all you had to do is turn and score.
3 ball from the near wing, off the mark. First miss for Harrison Curley. And a foul off the rebound. Quakers going to get caught with their 4th. Minute 23 to go in the third before those things reset.
Of course, that new rule, you're shooting after that 15th foul, maybe changes the strategy a little bit, where you can't stop them in transition by foul. You really have to guard in the half court. And QV goes back to trying to guard this flex.
Derek Lang in the paint, right side, more paint points for the Knights.
Beautiful move by Derek Lang to get to his right.
31-27. QV has the lead over Knock. Quakers back with the ball. Cohen moved it to the far side at Johnson. Now it's Washington deep into the paint. Right side up, shot missed, rebound ripped away by Avon.
Here comes Knock in transition.
DeFelice. Lafko, head coach of the Knights, instructing his team with 35 seconds to go in the third frame as they slow things down.
Back to that triangle delay where they'll down screen to the nail. They're content with holding for the last one.
20 seconds to go. Knights with the ball in the lead, 31-27 in the third. It's Finucane, 10 seconds. Finucane drives left side, cans it off into the corner. DeFelice for a three. Doesn't fall. Rebound to QV. Chapman with 1 second. It's intercepted by Lang, and that's the way the third will come to a close. 31-27 after three. The largest lead has been 6 in the 4A title game. It's the WPIAL Championships here for the Peterson Event Center, powered by Bowser Chevrolet on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Come with me to get my Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
Real talk. Smoking can create consequences that extend beyond yourself. Secondhand smoke causes more than 40,000 deaths per year in the United States. That means when you smoke, you're affecting the health of your friends, family members, neighbors, even your pets can get sick. The good news is that this is preventable and help is available. Adagio Health offers free counseling, support, and other resources. Visit adagiohealth.org/tobacco-free to learn more.
Let's play a fourth for a 4A WPIAL title. Knock 31, Quaker Valley 27 at the break of the third. We go to the fourth. Along with Greg Sircone, Matt Fargo with you. And Greg, 8 minutes to go. Nothing decided in this one. And I mentioned going into the break, largest lead was 6 points between these two. It's been back and forth ever since.
No reason to hit the panic button right now. You just have to come out and possession by possession, get 2-3 stops, try to get some bucket. It's a new game again, but I think this game has been exactly what we thought it was going to be. It was going to be Knock trying to, run some early offense and get post touches, and Quaker Valley had a little trouble there at the start of the third with Knock's trapping zone, but I really think that Quaker Valley has a little bit more left in the tank. Coach Mastriani's saving something over there for the Quakers to try to get some offensive firepower going.
Only one in foul trouble going into the fourth. Derek Lang has 3. That is the most. QB starts with the possession. Fourth quarter from the Pete for a 4A title underway. Sam Chapman on the right hand, drives himself high off the window, cannot get it. Finucane is fouled as he comes down with the rebound, and teammates scrape him off the floor here at the Pete.
He has been all over the floor here tonight.
Not seeing it on the score sheet, but seeing it everywhere else.
I think Knock is right back to that flex. Here we go. Yep.
Finucane just 6 points on the night. Leading scorer all time in Knock history. He has the ball now top of the key. Left side, it's DeFelice. Roman lost it, gets it back, drives into the paint. Spin move by separation. It rims out. Colton Johnson is there for another board. It's up to Harrison Curley. 4 3-pointers on the night. Hands off to Cohen. Cohen backs it out. Back to center court.
Looked like Quaker Valley guy just backed off, and that's what caused them to miss. It's Quaker Valley now. Ball screen action. Trying to free up Cohen maybe.
Loose basketball on the floor from his wallet. Cohen turns the ball over. Derek Lang secures, and here come the Knights back up with Tegan Finucane. Knox shooting 47% from the field, and this is a high percentage shot down low. Derek Lang left all alone. Timeout, Quaker Valley.
Lang just gets right around the rim, and there's really nothing you could do, even if you are behind him at 6'7" and you know, probably a 6'10" wingspan. He just right up and in. So, you know, maybe look for Coach Mastriani to maybe double early, maybe to some ball pressure out front that makes it a little bit more difficult for them to finish around the rim and get post-entry passes.
33-27, Knock leads Quaker Valley, 6:42 to play, and Mike Mastriani takes the timeout. I mentioned that 48% Knock now is shooting, 15 to 31, and QV 37% from the floor to this point. And that's a little bit uncharacteristic of QV. That's really done a nice job.
We talk about the venue,
yes,
the backdrop. I don't like to talk about it because I think
I'm sure you'd like to talk about it more Saturday.
Right, it's unnecessary noise, but in Hoosiers, what did they say? It's still 10 feet.
Yeah, right.
In the movie Hoosiers, right. Gene, it's still 10 feet.
But there is a depth perception deal. Sure. I mean, you know, Quaker Valley's gym's a bandbox. You know, Knox gym a little bit bigger, but there's not a whole lot of room behind those backboards. And out of the timeout, let's see what Coach Mike's carved up. Back outside, it's Cohen. Cohen dribbles around and pulls it back upside, and there's a foul away from
offensive foul.
The basket.
Mark Shaw called that on moving screen on Harrison Curley.
So Knock gets the ball right back, and Mike Mastriani does not appreciate the call.
Not at that point in the game, no, is what he's saying to Mark Shaw. Why now?
Avon stands with it. Near side, top of the near side wing.
And Knock is going to be content just to shrink the game. Now QV with a little bit of ball pressure.
Ball moved around the perimeter.
Not guarding Avon at all.
Errant throw. And right place, right time is Avon. That was going to be a turnover and give it right back to Quaker Valley, but instead Finucane gets it. And the game of keep away continues.
As the great coach John Miller used to say, you got to be really skilled to hold the ball too, because you have to dribble and pass. And a lot of times if you're the inferior team, you hold it. Well, right now they're holding it to try to shrink the game. And
down low denied, but another rebound for Knock. They reset again, and Derek Lang threw an errant throw there. There's someone getting underneath it. Jump ball is called, and it will stay Knock basketball with 5:17 to go in the fourth.
Coach Mastriani looking for someone over there looks like he's talking to the evaluator, Paul Skirtich. He's like, what did you see right there?
He is, too.
He is. He's telling Paul Skirtich.
5:17 to go. Knox still with it. Finucane up and fouled. He just helplessly threw that ball towards the rack, and the officials give him the foul. Tegan Finucane to the line. 77% free throw shooter.
Finucane starting to kind of impose his will a little bit here in the second half.
Good on his first.
Very impressed with Finucane's awareness on the floor, sees the floor, leadership. A lot of times you don't always need to score to impact the game.
He misses a second. Put back Lang. 2 more. Timeout, Knock. Largest lead of the night for the Knights. 36-27.
QV coaches up off the bench saying a lot of game left, You got to figure it out. You know, Knock is not going to stop trying to score around the rim and put the pressure on QV. There was an old, I used this last year, Kenny Loggins in Top Gun. There was a song, Matt, called The Danger Zone. Quaker Valley's in the danger zone. They're in the danger zone.
5:12 to go, down 9. You need points and a steal here. You need points and a possession.
So maybe if you're Quaker Valley, you focus here on, let's get 3 stops. Let's try to get easy buckets, and let's get back into the basketball game before it balloons to 15 or 17 points, and then it's insurmountable.
Quaker Valley coming into tonight hit 161 threes. 3 players on the team have hit more than 30. I'd imagine there's something being drawn up there.
You've got to find a way to dial up some threes and at least get them on the rim to give yourself a chance to offensive rebound it. But you'd be happy with just a 2 at this point.
5:10 to play in regulation, 9-point lead. QV trails. Cohen. He just wants a 3, throws it up towards the rack. It's well offline. Knock gets the rebound. It's Roman DeFelice. Stops and hands it off to Avon, and I'd imagine a game of keep away will begin again for Finucane. Nope, Finucane's going to drive, hand it off down low to Avon, who scores 2 more. Why not add?
Great job. Finucane made that happen by just getting right to that spot and then finding his teammate Avon.
Avon rips it away, another steal. DeFelice, and now to Finucane. Back to Finucane, inside off the window, too hard. Rebound Quakers. They push it up the floor, almost turn it away. Washington saves it from going out of bounds. He weaves his way through, stops his dribble, pulls up. Mid-range is short. Rebound is loose. Chase down, and a tie-up jump ball. Arrow favors the Quakers of Quaker Valley. 4:12 to play.
If you're Quaker Valley right now, you're going to try to figure out a way to get a clean look. These have all been contested shots, and they're just trying to, you know, shoot it quick instead of work maybe a little bit longer to get an open one.
Spinning inside, not enough on it for Chapman, and a rebound and a foul. Chapman to the line for Quaker Valley. Sam Chapman, 6'3" junior, 84% free throw shooter.
And sometimes when you get to the line and you see the ball go in, it can start to really, as Chapman short on the first one. See if he can see this one go through. He does.
Yep, 1 of 2 at the line. Cuts it to a 10-point deficit. 4 minutes to play. 4:07. Some pressure in the backcourt. They're not going to have much more time here. Knox getting in trouble. And that's going to be 10. 10 second.
As Quaker Valley goes to that extended press, you knew at some point they had to.
Yeah.
And they just went off of the game clock. It was 4:05. Mark Tortorella looked right at 3 minutes and 55 steps. That's 10 seconds.
Yes.
It's easy. You don't have to count.
It's a Quigley bath over there.
There you go.
Chapman. To Washington, and now to Johnson in the corner. Cohen thought about driving. He's the one who's pulled up from deep. Chapman slices through, denied. Avon, another rejection. Liam Avon, the junior, balling out tonight.
What a rim protector.
Student section, chance and approval. Nick Cohen.
And Quaker Valley's got to be mindful of the clock.
Yeah, not their friend right now as Chapman hands off to Washington, who pulls up for the mid-range. That is no good, and it's a foul on the floor against the Knights. Someone was boxing out Colton Johnson. Colton Johnson ended up on the floor, and that's what gave the officials the right to call the foul.
Quaker Valley usually really does a really good job of scoring out of bounds, baseline out of bounds. Screener for
Catch and shoot three, short for Cohen. Rebound Avon one more time. DeFelice. And a foul. Nope, or a timeout. More like a timeout. Timeout, knock, 3:02 to go. And let's pause 10 seconds to identify ourselves. You're listening to the WPI Championships on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
And we are back. 38-28. Renegade plays through the Peterson Event Center, and both teams knowing they need to lock in defensively here. For the Knights, they want to hold this 10-point lead, and for QV, you can't give up any more points, Greg.
I don't know if Renegade will do it for them or not, but they've got to find a way. That last look in the corner by Cohen was about as clean as a look that they've gotten all game long. So, I just don't know if there's enough time for Quaker Valley, with only 8 points this half, to score enough to get back in this basketball game.
QV is 5 of 14 from 3. Knock has hit just one three-pointer tonight, 1 of 5.
Quaker Valley now going to double the ball.
Now it's out to Roman DeFelice out of the timeout. 10-point lead. Knights with that advantage. Avon with it. He'll drive. Avon to the rack. 2 more. Liam Avon. 12-point advantage, largest of the night. Washington delays, back up, and off the window for 2.
Quaker Valley back in that full court man-to-man. Trapping the ball.
Long pass to get it to DeFelice, back to Avon, and he scores one more time.
Too easy. Knock went above, sideline above, and wide open layup.
He has 12.
The length of Knock just to see over top of the Quaker Valley pressure. And I think when you watch Knock, right, when you first watch them warm up, you see they've got great size, they've got great length, and Coach Lafgood's done a great job of getting easy ones all night long.
You're talking about two teams that average just shy of 60 points and both well under their averages. Defenses have been good all night. Chapman misses on a layup, and then the ball goes between the legs of the Knights and then poked out of bounds. It'll be Quaker Valley. That'll be Knock basketball with 1:51 to go. And Knock chanting, "It's all over," leading by 12. Under 2 minutes to play.
Knock just content to make free throws and shoot layups the rest of the basketball game. Looks like
QV going to start fouling here. That's their 4th team foul.
Yep, one more to give. Shooting 2. I don't know if I like the shooting 2 rule yet. Still too new. Right? You got to go make the first one and earn the second one now. Kind of takes the pressure off.
You know you got 2. This will send this foul will send Vinny DeFelice to the line. 77% free throw shooter. And the senior, who has 6 points on the night, looks to add to it.
Short.
How about Younger Bro?
Missed it short. Never up, never in. Got to get it in the air.
Younger Bro, Roman DeFelice with 11 points tonight. Off the mark on the second, and a foul on the Quakers. I beg your pardon. It's going to be Derek Lang getting called for the foul on the Knights. I thought Colton Johnson was going to be the guilty party there, but not the case.
Sure looked like it.
Okay. Thought I just was seeing things.
You saw.
Missed shot by Washington. Put back opportunity. Good by Colton Johnson. Timeout, Quaker Valley, 1:26 to go. And back to a 10-point advantage for the Knights. Trying for your school's first basketball championship.
Those 4-point swings, the 2 missed free throws, and then Quaker Valley goes down the other end. If not, you're looking at a 14-point game. Let's see if they have a couple more of those left where they can maybe get stops or get missed free throws and try to score quickly.
And the stats in this way have told the story. Knock is shooting 51% from the field. Quaker Valley 32%. And that, and Knock leading by 4 in defensive rebounds, 18-14. Rebounds in general, Knock has a slight advantage at 24-21, but
well, you would like to think that at halftime, Coach Lafko decided we have to do something a little different. They've done a great job on Curley, right? He hasn't got an open look since the first half, and this switching defenses is paid off for the Knock Knights.
The only category Knock wants to be leading in right now is the scoreboard.
Sure.
At this final 1:26 mark. Final game of the first night of the WPIL Championships. Knock Knights with the ball. And Finucane is fouled, and he'll go to the line.
That's the guy you want with the basketball, in my opinion. Your all-time leading scorer, your senior leader.
And that's almost what's more impressive to me about this team of Knock, Greg, is that Finucane has not had he's not even at his average. He misses this free throw here. He has 8 points tonight. He averages 15, but everybody else has picked it up.
And we talked about that swing. Let's see if Quaker can get a 3 and maybe cut into the lead as Knock goes 1 for 2.
Back to an 11-point lead. Washington off the mark. Rebound one more time for Avon and a foul. And this time it'll be the junior Liam Avon back to the line.
The nice thing about the district playoffs is the season doesn't end, right? You have an opportunity to regroup and get ready for state playoffs. So Quaker Valley will have over a week to get ready. This one maybe not over yet, but sure shading that way, Matt.
It is. Minute 12 to go here in the fourth quarter. Minute 12 and a 43-32 advantage for the Knock Knights. Second appearance in the title game, lost in 04. Missing the first is Avon. And probably thoughts of the festivities that are to come. And clangs the second one off. Rebound to the Knights. A great job. That was Vinny DeFelice just knocking the ball back towards Derek Lang. And Lang will go to the line.
All that really does is just take some time off the clock, because now you're back shooting 2 more.
Hits his first, and there's a smile that cracks from Joe Lafko on the sideline of the Knock bench. And as Lang connects on a second.
You won't see Joe Lafko smile too many times. We'll get that on camera, Matt.
Minute 4 to go. Quaker Valley throws up a contested 3, and he drains it. That was Cohen that hits the 3. And a foul with 54 seconds to go as we're back down to 10. As Cohen hits another 3 for the Quakers.
I think that's what Quaker Valley wanted to try to do early on. And in that first half, what they were doing was working. As Knock again misses at the free throw line.
Yeah, this Tegan Finucane at the line and rattles that second one in. Back to 11, 53 seconds light. Cohen Back out to Curley. Lost it. Sits on it. Jump ball, arrow, back to Knock. 42 seconds.
Coach Lafko not going to stop coaching over there.
No. If Quaker Valley keeps draining threes, he can't. Lang hands it off to DeFelice, who is fouled, and he'll go to the line now. The anticipation builds for what has turned out to be
pretty good basketball game.
Yeah, great, and a great story for Knock.
First-year head coach Joe Lafko. Very sought-after Knock job. Some of the names that I heard, that the guys that applied for that job and interviewed with good reason. Talented group.
Three thrown up, missed by Cohen. Another opportunity. Chapman misses a three. It's over the backboard with 28 seconds. And this story, a first-year coach at a new school, lost your leading scorer, lost a starter or two. 25 seconds.
Looks like Knock
and the realization starts to set in.
Colt Sprankle gonna hold his teammates back.
High fives and handshakes, hugs on the bench as the clock winds down. And for Knock, tonight is their night for the Knights. 48-35. And for the first time in school history, Knock is a WPIAL basketball champion. The Knights take down Quaker Valley to win the program's first WPIAL basketball title. 48-35, your final score. And while every WPIAL championship is special, I found it, Greg, the most special for programs that get that first one. That it's been so long and it's never happened. You don't know how to celebrate because you've never done it.
I don't know how long Knock has been around, but think about that. Coach Lafko, the emotion, the joy. I think a lot of times it's difficult to understand how much you put into it as a high school basketball coach. How much the summers, the times where, maybe you don't want to go to practice, but really happy for Coach Lafko. Congratulations. Great basketball game. Hopefully Quaker Valley can regroup before they head to the state tournament. But Knock did exactly what we thought they were going to do. Very well coached basketball team.
Knock a school out of Saxonburg, Pennsylvania since 1958.
It's a lot of years.
They get it done in dramatic fashion here tonight. Medal ceremony, and it'll first be the runners-up, Quaker Valley, and fans of Knock acknowledging their players and have given them some attention just now. And on the other side, Quaker Valley, and we said it at the top of the show, Greg, maybe here a year early, one senior, they will return 4 of their 5 starters next year. They are moving down to 3A. You'd have to imagine Quaker Valley in this season far from over for the Quakers, but in terms of the district goals, you'd imagine that they got to be one of the favorites in 3A a season from now.
Yeah, especially with this much playoff experience playing in this game is going to do wonders for them next year. And I'm sure Coach Mastriani said we're not done yet. We're going to make a run at the state title. But their core group back next year would definitely make them one of the favorites in 3A.
And I looked up at the video boards here at the Peterson Event Center, and boy, the field goal percentage, Greg tells a story. 51% for Knock, 32% for Quaker Valley, and that's probably where coaches, you say you play this game another 5 times, you're not going to shoot like that every time, but that's why it's not a series. It's one chance, and it's why you've seen the upsets that you have throughout the tournament, because any team can get hot any night.
It seems elementary. Whoever shoots better is probably going to win. But that's what it comes down to. And then if you offensive rebound when you're not shooting well, and Quaker Valley didn't get a lot of second chances. They didn't get a lot of shots that were uncontested and then a chance to rebound. Where Knock, on the other hand, I thought got easier ones and was able to offensive rebound a little bit better. So hats off to Coach Lafko and the Knock Knights. Congratulations.
And there's all in the family connection for the DeFelice brothers. Their grandfather is Les Shoup, longtime coach of the Knock Knights, and their uncle is Josh Shoup, who is the athletic director at Knock.
Sure.
So
probably bittersweet for that family.
No doubt.
Congratulations to them.
Les is smiling down.
Absolutely.
On what has happened here tonight. Knock wins it in the 4A WPIO Championship. They are announcing Quaker Valley right now as the runners-up.
I think when Knock started to hit their stride, I would look at the scores and I saw that they beat North Catholic and they started to really hit their stride, mid-January, and here they are, right, playing their best basketball. That's what you want. You want someone to be playing their best basketball in this time of year, and I feel like Coach Lafter did an unbelievable job of getting them headed in that direction.
It was a special story, and one that will live in the lore of Saxonburg and the Knock High School for decades to come. Lose your coach. Joe Lafko hired. Lose the Bauman brothers, who went on to play at Moon. You lose your 7-footer who was playing a lot of minutes for you, and Zane Pasek, who is committed to Central Michigan to play baseball. And this team decided to write a different script than the one everybody else was giving them.
What a neat story to be able to recover from those losses and make it happen.
Just announced for the first time, the Knock Knights WPIAL 4A champions, and the medal ceremony is underway. Standing by, a WPIAL great in his own right, representing FNB, one of the partners of the WPIAL. How about Our Lady of Sacred Heart graduate Isaiah Neely?
Thought that was Isaiah.
In the building.
I thought that was Isaiah.
Dressed to the nines. And
Olsh.
Yes.
Olsh must have taught him how to throw it on. Sharp.
He's a football and basketball player for the Chargers. And knows a thing or two about being great and rising above. Opportunity to hand off the trophy to the Knock Knights here in a few moments after they all receive their gold medals. And
to look down the road and see some of the teams around the state in 4A, it's interesting how they do the seeding. I think Quaker Valley and Knock could play each other in the second round in a rematch, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. That would be the case. And what a rematch that could be.
The first year at Lincoln Park we won the WPIAL, we had to go through the same teams in the state playoffs. Didn't we just play in the WPIAL playoffs? And It was the same exact teams in the same exact run to the state title. So
yeah, they will. They'll meet up against the District 5. I beg your pardon. The District 10 5 seed. As Joe Lafko just got a medal around his neck. Once again, led Hampton to a WPIAL championship. And the student sections chant, "Thank you, Lafko." And should Knock win, they would end up playing either the District 10 runner-up or the District 7 3 seed. And then, yes, the quarterfinals would be where these two teams could meet up again. Trophy has been handed off to the Knock Knights. Smiles all around. And champions of the WPIAL's 4A, we will have our player of the game.
Top Whippeal brass Nate Milsom walking over to the booth. The aforementioned Isaiah Neely.
Yep. In the building. And the team picture to be framed and archived. You know, what's that feeling, Greg? You've been in that line. You know, first time you got it when you were a Lincoln Park coach. What's that feeling like of
just all the hard work and you know, like I mentioned before, just the summers and the off season and trying to really, you know, recap everything quickly in your brain, like, you know, and then you have to shift your thinking to the state tournament. But enjoy this one, nothing like it. Grew up in the Whippeal, so seen a lot of playoff performances. What a great feeling, though. A great feeling.
They've taken the trophy to the student section to celebrate. We'll take a break and catch our breath and come back with our final thoughts. And our player of the game, you've been listening to our coverage of the WPIAL Basketball Championships powered by Bowser Chevrolet on the Voice of Pittsburgh and the WPIAL News Radio KDKA.
At AHN, we see you juggling 100 things at once. That's why we made it easier to book with the doctors you need. With AHN online scheduling, you can book with your primary care provider or get time with a specialist. Visit ahn.org/schedule, answer a couple of simple questions, and search for providers, locations, and times that work best for you. Easy online scheduling. Because at AHN, we see you.
Come with me to get my Invisalign. They walked me through everything I needed to know. How long it'll take, how it works, and what to expect. Then it was time for the real part. They put on the attachments, they blend in with my teeth, they help the aligners grip your teeth and move them the right way. It felt a little weird at first, but honestly, not bad at all. They popped in my first set of aligners, showed me how to take them out, and that was it. I'm officially part of the Invisalign Club. I even wore them at a football game, super comfortable and easy to talk with. For someone who's always filming on the sidelines or covering sports nonstop, this fits my lifestyle perfectly.
Vaping and smoking can affect more than just your health. The materials in cigarettes and vapes turn into toxic waste that ends up in our waterways, soil, and harms wildlife. This is real. Protect your future in more ways than one. Tobacco-free Adagio Health and the PA Quit line offer judgment-free support at no cost to help you quit smoking or vaping for good. Visit adagiohealth.org/tobacco-free or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
And we welcome you back to the Peterson Event Center. WPIL 4A champions, the Knock Knights, and our player of the game, Liam Avon, joins us. And Liam, congratulations. I just want to start with, what are you feeling right now?
Feels great. I mean, Knox never won a Whippeal championship, so it feels great to bring that. And you see our student section, they all came out to support, so it feels great. They're all with us.
Dominant performance both in the trenches defensively, bunch of blocks, end up with 12 points. And what can you say about your performance and your teams here tonight?
I mean, I know my team got my back at halftime. Coach was on me about not being physical enough, so I came out and played as hard as I could the second half, and we all got it. I had the support from all my teammates, and we got it done.
This storyline, you guys lose guys, you have a new coach. This whole script that everybody was writing knock off, and you guys decided to write a different script. What has that story been like to end up having a trophy on your lap now?
It means a ton. I mean, these guys that I'm playing with, I've been playing with them my whole life. It means a ton.
What's the mission now? You guys got a district championship. That's the first time in school history ever won a state championship. Is that the next thing on the goal list?
Yeah, for sure. That's next. We'll celebrate tonight and then get to that.
All right. What's the mission and the words of encouragement for your team going into the locker room once you guys go in there?
I don't even know. We're just gonna go party, I guess, with the whole student section.
Party at Saxonburg tonight. Liam,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, our player of the game, KDKA Radio. Congratulations to Liam Avon. The Knock Knights, Whippeal champs. Congratulations to Liam, back with Greg Sircone. You guys didn't get to see this on radio, but you will see it from Ben Tenuta and his video coverage. The entire team came behind Liam and surrounded him, and that's what we were talking about, Greg, about the community. It means something to these schools that have never touched the gold, and a really special moment there with Liam.
Out-team the other team, and it seems like they did that tonight. And what a great moment there with his teammates behind him as he's being interviewed for player of the game. Great stuff.
Yep, he's our player of the game, and the Knock Knights are 4A WPIAL champions. And we get our champion, Greg Sircone's final thoughts on the night.
I thought from the jump ball to the end, Knock they stayed with their game plan, which was try to get easy ones, switch defenses, get to that zone, do some trapping, and that's exactly what they did. They got easy buckets. They defended the perimeter. They made some adjustments. And, when you're affecting the three-point shot with closeouts and ball pressure, and you don't allow open ones, I think that speaks to what Coach Lafko does defensively every day in practice. And, they controlled the pace when they had to. They got that lead. And it's tough in high school basketball sometimes when you have a team that's skilled enough with a 6-point, 33-27. I thought they went into a little bit of they slowed it down. They kind of yellow lighted it, and it worked because they made Quaker Valley play a little extended offense on the other end, and they shrunk the game and did what they needed to do. In the end, didn't really shoot the ball well from the free throw line, but a couple offensive rebounds, a couple, long possessions for Quaker Valley on offense is what did it for Knock. And congratulations, Coach Aiden Albert makes his way over.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Yep, Whippeal Championship. Congrats, Coach. Did a little bit of shooting instruction back with Aiden back in his playing days, and it tells you you're getting old when you start seeing guys that you train, coach, and come over and shake your hand. And I'm starting to think to myself, how long have I been doing this? But I talked to him last night a little bit just to try to get a feel for what they were going to do, and and Aiden said we're going to do what we do, which is play that zone and try to get easy baskets, and it sure looked like that's what they did here tonight.
Mission accomplished in a lot of ways. You shoot 51% from the field and a lot of high percentage shots, a lot of shots from the paint and opportunities that are high percentage, and they took advantage of it.
The legendary Coach Gene Matsuk making it. He knows something about championships.
Yeah, you talk about a championship coach and a championship broadcaster.
Right. He looks like he's got his credentials are a little bit. He's got more credentials than we do, Matt.
That's one for the buffet. Well, you know, what all he got on all access.
You guys make $6.5 million. That's how popular you two guys are.
Oh my goodness! Having fun here at the Pete. Day one is in the books. Congratulations! We had 2 Bulldogs win championships as Neighborhood Academy got it done in the single A game. Back-to-back champs for them. And then it was the Shadyside Academy Bulldogs. They went over Greensburg Central Catholic in the girls' championship. Congrats to them as well. And then the nightcap of day one, Quaker Valley falls to the Knock Knights, 48-35. The story here from the Peterson Event Center, but a lot more basketball to be played. We have blanket coverage starting at 3 p.m. tomorrow. With coverage of the WPIAL Basketball Championships all the way through Friday night at 9 o'clock. A big one there, Newcastle up for St. Clair. The nightcap next tomorrow, and then great games all day Saturday. 3 down, and we got more champions to crown, Greg.
Maybe there's a room up there that I can crash for the night and don't have to come all the way. No. There's nothing like being able to prepare at shoot-around tomorrow to come down here and play at 5 o'clock.
Well, good luck to your Swickley Academy Panthers.
Appreciate it.
And the championship in 2A. And, of course, make sure you're tuned in and down in to all of our championship coverage for the next 2 days right here on the flagship of the WPIAL, KDKA. Thanks to Gabe for twisting all the knobs, making us sound good. Greg Finley back in our KDKA studios. Thanks to Greg Sircone and all of us here at KDKA. I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching or listening to coverage of our WPIAL championships. And again, the final score, 48-35. Knock defeats Quaker Valley. Until tomorrow, thanks again for watching. All powered by the Bowser Chevrolet WPIAL championship coverage. Saying goodnight from the Peterson Event Center. And we'll talk to you tomorrow here on News Radio KDKA.
Why would you